Listen, let us start the show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our channel. We are Straight No Chaser, the podcast where we speak just like we speak in the girls' group chat, except with a little bit more pizzazz, because this is season
2, and Ayana doesn't have to read through the text messages.
not late.
Because I'm here.
Don't kill me, man.
Yo. But guys, we have been away for a while and we are back now. We are back in full effect. Some of us are in the same place and some of us are not. But we are happy to be here with you again, doing what we do best, talking a whole pile of poop.
This season should be a lot more, I would say, not that last season wasn't wholesome, but I think we touch on some topics this season, what we plan to, that are very dear to us. I think we definitely are going to delve into some personal ones, and we're going to have lots of dear friends coming on to share with us.
I'm so excited for the guests.
Yep. We're going to have more collaborations this season. It's going to be really great, and I'm really glad that y'all came back to listen to us because we be talking some things. But
we've been
that's what this episode is about. It's a welcome back, and it's just we did not plan for this at all. This is an unfiltered, give your stories, give your updates, kind of welcome back, and just talk some stuff with the girls, right? But before we get into that, we have to take a shot, guys.
Oh, yes.
I wasn't gonna lie to people. I was just gonna tell them that we're drinking water today.
Well, I mean, I will shot on water.
Hydration
Station. I mean, mine is vodka though, but you know, it's the last bit of vodka I had in the freezer from episode.
Mine is Lucozade.
excitement.
You understanding the
Update to come.
Nobody remembers that song? Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
How refreshing.
Yeah, ass drink cold day.
So who's going first with the updates? Rhoda was a hand?
It was
It wasn't a Hannah. It was
All right, first on the map, have Rhoda.
So we've been gone all summer, so I know there's lots of updates.
But you know me, I can never remember.
You turned 30.
That, yes.
How does one forget?
Because I'm still trying to, get rid of some of the memories. But yeah, I turned 30. 30. It's been dirty ever since.
Welcome.
I am the last of the crew. It's great.
We have one more.
Of this crew, but no, actually, we have a few.
Yeah. Gordy's not 30 yet.
Yeah, Dr. Amanda, we're close to that.
Momo and Amy.
Yeah. They still have some. I'm the last one of this four.
This four.
Yes.
So my knees are hurting, They wet me down with champagne at my party. I was gunman in She-Holding with a bad knee. Because mind you, I've been wearing a knee brace all summer long, right? But I felt youthful at my party. Went down for gunman and She-Hold. Felt okay. Decided to go a little lower. And I have 2 bobos on either side of my knee because my body went into a full split. Just
It's not the part that made this story special to me. Because everything I expected gunman to be in your hole. I expected the champagne. I expected all of that. I didn't expect it to be kneeling down on the ground covered in champagne in front of your mother.
it's because I fell.
Oh no.
That's how I got there. People are like, why were you on the ground? Like I was like, I fell. I was man down. Honestly, man down. But it was a really good time. It was nice that people came out and celebrated with me. I had a great Gatsby themed party. and people came dressed up like 20s outfits, man. The
The
gloves,
men,
the cigars, like it was. The guys looked so good.
they very did. They very, very did.
I feel like I did this from like the B wedding update video, but big up Carrie dog. Carrie
Yo, I saw
They got
snaps
to
of
do
Carrie. Carrie
Carrie.
just
Say the
holding it
MVP, you
down.
know.
always. Can we give him an award?
Like the
And
vibes. I
the
mean,
award
they call
for.
him Maskman Carrie, right? So I mean, he's always vibes.
Yeah, the boys looked so good. Like everybody was dressed up. It was so nice. So it was a great end of summer season for me. My roommate from Toronto, up at Centennial, where I went to college, she came down. So I was happy to like mesh the best friends in my life, and have everybody meet. So it was really good. And then I mean, Carnival was Carnival, but like I definitely took my time. Like it or not, COVID was going around and Carnival COVID was going around, and I didn't want none of that shit because I was like, my birthday's a week after. I'm not trying to be sick. I think I did maybe a party every other day. I took my vitamins. I was drug pushing all summer long. I was like, would you like some vitamins? Here, I have carnival oil, vitamin C, B complex. I've been drug pushing and drug taking all summer long so I don't get sick. And it's been a great time, except for the time that I got gastro. But I lost a pound, so Bro, snatch. Yeah.
Who did you offer these pills? Because
Maybe if you had come to my house. I don't know.
I came to your house. I didn't get any.
You didn't get any. I offered pills to everybody. What's she saying?
Watch, these two are trouble in one room, eh?
Honestly, can we just separate them?
oh. Okay.
All right, next on updates. Wait, Roy, nothing else?
No, nothing else. I had a good time. It's been a dirty 30.
Nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else.
She said nothing else.
She said nothing else.
Now the thing is, let me tell you why this is nonsense, right? Let me tell you why this is nonsense. Because if all you go back to season 1 and we hear no, just nothing, not really. Oh, just you don't have nothing else to say. You know, there's something, and then pushing thing. So I want to know, Rohan, you don't have any other updates?
Giselle, do you have any?
I
I
can't
do.
hear you.
I may have driven to the north side of the island.
So dry season over.
Yes, girl.
Okay.
And so it may have happened last weekend too.
This new realm of 30 has.
It's dirty as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty totty, and maybe a clean totty. Hey.
Happy fail.
Yeah, be fair to girl.
Wait,
I'm happy for her.
before we go further into our individual updates, for me, at least for me, because y'all know, and our audience will get to know, my love for Grenada Carnival runs deep. And unfortunately, for measures beyond my control, I was not able to make it. I'm pretty sure I went to a depression if you ask Daryl. So I need to hear, I mean, we don't have to get into all the carnival stories now because I know we have stuff coming up, but I want to hear, like, what was your favorite part? I guess each of you tell me your favorite part about carnival, because Grenada had their first carnival in what? This is in 3 years since the pandemic. So spill it. Who did the 6:30? Who
So I
reached home
would.
late?
I feel like we didn't go to a lot of events together,
No.
which
we
is
did.
crazy. Like we all had like people that we had to
We
take.
all had visiting
places,
families,
yeah.
friends, yeah.
So we didn't really spend carnival together like we usually spend events together, which kind of sucked because I feel like the parties were good, but they would have been greater if we were all together. And so I think like carnival kind of like sucked for me, at least because of that. But not sucked. Like I had a good time, but I was also working a lot. I was doing a lot of content. I was working with a mass band. So like that was taking up a lot of my time and like brain energy. But Monday on the road, I think was my favorite part of Carnival. I didn't do Juve because like I was in a knee brace the entire time. So I had to kind of prioritize health and wellness all season long. So I after we did the white show the Sunday, Giselle worked. Yanji went. You did the white show on the Sunday?
No. No.
Why you take so long to answer?
Why did she take so long?
My dear,
It was just like a space, like,
she's like,
I don't know. I couldn't remember. I'm sorry. I was like, what?
I'm
Sorry.
so
Sorry,
So-
sorry.
I didn't
I'm a little bit slow today.
We
That's
give you, we give you
Thank
grace.
you.
to give you grace today, it's okay. But yeah, so Jiz was working that show. I was in VIP, Yans was in there. I don't think anybody else I really like from our group was really there. So it was nice, but it wasn't great. And
Wasn't
then
what it would have been, like you said.
it wasn't what it would have been. And I was groggy and exhausted and I guess a little bitchy because I was just tired. But that went right into Juve. I forfeit Juve because I was like, I have to be on the road Monday and Tuesday with the band. So I was like, I'm gonna forget Juve, which is fine because people said that it wasn't like amazing. So I was okay with that. Well, Ayana seemed to have a different.
Juve was so lit.
Yeah.
I think the people that didn't enjoy Juve really were the people who tried to go show first, because at that point they must have just been tired and just trying to. Whew, Juve was so
Yeah.
good.
That's what I was prioritizing rest, man.
This
Because
is
you
my
can't-
Juve boo boo. Ooh, can you even see it?
Yes, we see it.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, Yanta Boo Boo, she have picture of falling down. Poor thing. She really
it
go
was
through.
a mess. It was great. Listen, very successful Juve.
I'm happy for you.
I didn't give any trouble. It was amazing.
Well, I guess Monday was a good day for everybody then.
Monday was also amazing.
It wasn't a good day for me because I got sick at the show. And so I was dead from the moment I got home, like around 6, 7 in the morning. So like, well, not so late, like spare, probably about 6 till like the night. I came out to watch Monday Night Mass, but I came out for like maybe an hour or two and just right down the road down there to see if I saw y'all. I didn't know you weren't gonna go. So, and I didn't ask, I just thought I'd see y'all. I saw the truck, I said hi to the people on the truck, and then I was like, yo, I going back up the road because I was sick. When I tell you sick. I don't have a favorite part of Carnival though.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite part, like, because we were all so separated.
Yeah.
And I didn't play mass. I mean, I wouldn't play mass. And I didn't have like a favorite, like, this was real good. Like, things were okay when we went it. I enjoyed definitely. But I did enjoy the Carnival Saturday because I did 2 cruises. And if the Lord had let me be great, I would have done 3 cruises in one day. And I would have had like a really good time. But I didn't get to the 3rd cruise after we came off by with Boise. I didn't see boys, only heard it. A cruise a brethren of mine was going to, and I was going to be like, hey, I can come with you, but he wasn't there by the time we were leaving by the Boise because I was with Diana. So it was like, let's not do that. But yeah, it was the Saturday was nice because Sabrina had Strut, which was a really nice vibe. They didn't expect as many people that came. And then we saw Ro and them on Rumboat on the water, and we were having a little tit for tat dancing towards each other. It was really nice on the water. We came off, we went on by the Boise. I mean, I was in my element, though I did not see the man. I heard him, and
That's so crazy that y'all say that. Like they were
I know, because they're on the same boat.
Bro, let me tell you something. People, they spread out on the boat when it starts, right? Because it's a boat, right? So you wouldn't think to position yourself where you want to be. And as soon as the mic went on, them fuckers was flocking to the front, and I'm like, but guys, this is not a stadium. It is not a. So people were flocking, and I was like, I'm not fighting up with nobody because his performance at pre-day is spectacular.
Oh, that's my
One,
favorite day.
and the band,
Every day.
one and the band, I would reserve my comments on pre-day, but him one and the band, I was enjoying myself at that. So if I have to have a favorite moment, it was voice at pre-day. Because it was so great. It was great. And he sang, and I was like, oh my God, guys, it's so beautiful. And me up in the stands looking at ants because it was raining. That's probably also why I got so sick, because it was a lot of rain.
But that's why Carnival felt so, I guess, meh. It rained at almost every event. So if you wasn't looking for like a Reno type of vibe, you wasn't gonna. I mean, I enjoyed myself at Ciroc, but I was in heels and in white and running back and forth, running from rain. After a while, I was like, screw this.
I apologize to Roman because
Please, I still.
I know you're still vexed, but I want to publicly apologize because I went to a cruise right before Ciroc. I was sure I would have make it, and I went for a
Beach
nap.
leave, she go and sleep. Beach leave, man. Leave man sleep. And
I wake up done, sir. I wake up real done.
and make me spend money I didn't want to spend.
Yes. It is very true. It is very true. So I apologize.
I don't talk to me still.
I know, but I say I was sorry, dog. That was our carnival. Tell Ayana come off your phone.
Get a girl also.
Give you updates. I was allowing you to give you an update.
No, it was to answer these questions because we didn't finish updates. We were just talking about favorite parts of carnival.
So I really liked. Well, I might as well give my update because I missed most of the pre-carnival events because I was doing a lot of traveling for work. So I went to DR for Latin America and the Caribbean Climate Week. Our company presented and did some country engagements there. And then directly after that, I came home for like 2 nights, basically to wash my clothes and repack it. And then we went to Trinidad. We hosted a regional workshop there for the week. Well, it wasn't supposed to be a week, but because of Carnival, there were no flights coming back to Grenada. So I ended up having to spend an additional 3 days in Trinidad. And my flight was booked to return on Monday. Monday, leaving Grenada, going to St. Vincent, then going to Barbados, then St. Vincent, then Grenada. Leaving Trinidad in the morning and not arriving in Grenada until 7 at night, which was crazy. Ended up getting a flight for Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I left Trinidad like after 8. By like 10 past 9, I'm driving off the airport in Archbishop. So, and then, so my first fete was, what is Stush? Was it? No, not Stush. No, on Sunday.
Posh.
Posh.
Stush.
Sorry. That was my first fete. It was good for me. I had my cousin was visiting. She had arrived since Friday, so that was like our first time getting to see each other in a few months. I saw her in February.
Yes, exactly. I was like, damn.
But she hadn't been to Grenada
But
in a while.
she hadn't been to Grenada in a while. It was exciting times, right? So Sunday, and then my next fete was pre-day, and I liked pre-day. We arrived when the rain had kind of stopped, so we left home maybe midnight, somewhere around there.
No, babes. I got there before you, and we left home like 1:30.
Okay, so
And when you were messaging me, we were already there. That means you left home later.
okay, so the point is I got there late.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad. Yeah, I had a good time. I was in
Based on the time we saw all the
VIP.
performances.
saw all the performances. I had a good time. We stayed until
Morning.
morning.
We didn't reach home until like after 9 because
We also went to breakfast.
Yeah,
That
went
was
to
really, it was
breakfast.
cute. It was a nice day. So I like,
I miss pre-day. Like I actually miss not going.
I think I like
Oh, B, I'm
the fact
sorry.
that I was on vacation and I didn't have work the next day. I could have really enjoyed the day. And then having breakfast with the girls was fun.
It was
That
really
was
nice.
nice. And let's see. After that, the next thing I did was Duckwork. I really enjoyed that cruise. And then I did the carnival stuff. So Juve, Monday, Tuesday. Of the Monday, Tuesday, Monday was the best. Tuesday wasn't bad coming down to the
I
end.
enjoyed Tuesday. I play mass too.
Tuesday
my short
evening
band.
was nice.
Yeah,
Because
Tuesday
again,
evening.
I got to see my girls, so that was nice. Ro, I didn't get to see you. I mean, sorry.
I saw you in the earlies. I saw you when I came to get stockings. That's it. Very good. I saw you Monday though.
Yes, we did see Monday. And Monday was really good.
Monday, because Monday had like less stress. Like I don't even think I put on makeup. I put on like glitter on my face. I did my eyebrows and put on some lip balm. And then
And
I
people
wore
were
the
nicer on Monday. Like bitches weren't being bitches on Monday.
You know why? They didn't have backpacks on Monday.
Exactly.
Monday don't have backpack. Watch now, all in. I don't play mass, eh? I probably will never. However, I'll just be outside. Learn backpack etiquettes. You cannot be walking full shoulder through a height of people with your backpack.
And that was
Oh.
causing a lot of drama and tension. So a lot of people were like, Tuesday was more tense. And that's why I don't even bother with the backpack. There was a time for backpacks, and that time has already passed. This is not my first time playing carnival. I don't need no backpack right now. I'm sorry, Ro. This is not I've
It's
been
nice.
backpack every time I've played before. I understand it. It's beautiful. It's nice. But the way that I want to just have fun and free up, I don't want a backpack. I barely had body pieces. All I wore was a tiara, something covering my tatas, and something covering my front.
I just have a suggestion. Now, maybe if you all design your backpacks like the Falcon from,
Oh, where it closes like this.
the clothes, walk to the crowd. Maybe just think about it. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a thought because them bitches be walking like the strongest men.
Honestly, you just have to be polite.
You have to
Like,
turn.
I got upset because I didn't play in one of the bigger bands on the road. I played in Vibe Mass, and we had space. We had enough people, but we had space to move around. So I didn't have a problem moving my backpack. And when I moved around, what are y'all laughing at? Sickening behavior,
Pause. Sorry. Yo, this nipple was around scratching
This
me.
bitch went out of frame to scratch your nipple like it wasn't.
Oh,
that she was doing it.
No, the way I was thinking it, this thing. Oh.
Weak. I am
I did.
ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't have a problem going through the crowd with my backpack because I have etiquette and I have manners. So when I saw a group of people, be like, excuse me, and I just tilted to the side and
Because we already know to move aside for you. We don't want to damage your stuff. You don't need feathers falling off, but also don't just.
I did have people at it because a lady really came up to me and was like, I want a feather. And I was like, for why? She's like, this one falling off already. Let me just take it. I was like, you want to put me like a chicken? I was so shocked. I was
I
like,
get so shocked by people's nerves sometimes.
I was shook. I was like, okay.
We already decided that people buying Audacity on Amazon.
Oh, it's definitely on Amazon. It's on Prime. It's
on Prime.
It's shipping from hell.
And
Like-
men have free shipping, eh?
Oh, absolutely. We don't have to pay for that shit.
I don't have much of an update really. Like, I went to a lot of cruises this year. Y'all may not know, Giselle does not like water. Don't like boats,
Proud
don't
of
like
you.
all of that shit. If I count properly, I'll probably get up to like 7 or 8 cruises, right? So I was
Pre-carnival, eh?
pre-carnival, not even including the two that I went to now one day. I was really proud of myself. I had a good time. Pre-carnival mostly. I really enjoyed the lead up to carnival. Like it was just full of vibes. Not that carnival wasn't full of vibes. Like we said, we were separated, but pre-carnival we were together. And so yeah, it was really nice. Ayana and I we hosted an event for a local cosmetics company. A glow.
Don't kill me.
Oh, a glow. A glow cosmetics.
Product
Spearheaded by Jillian Hines. Thank you, Jillian. We had a good time doing that. People thought we were hilarious. So we were like, we're funny. We should have a podcast. And that was really nice. What else? I was on vacation for the entire carnival season. I worked at just one event, maybe two. I worked, and yeah, it was just like a high and then went into like a plateau, not a low, but like a high and then just a level off because the playing mass thing is not my vibe. But I would be outside because I went on the road just to see them, sick as I was. I went to see them. They all looked so beautiful. I walked with the band that Yans was playing with.
I was blonde. She was blonde.
Was blonde.
I was blonde for carnival, so.
I walked with the band all the way. I passed my house because you all know I live in the center of everything carnival. I pass my house. I go up so, I come around so. I tell Ayana to tell somebody something. She sent the wrong message and, well, not the wrong message. She sent a different message.
I gave the message in a way that I felt comfortable verbalize it because what she wanted me to say was, I can't explain. What she wanted me to say was a bicycle, a motorbike. A motorbike is what she wanted me to say. And I felt comfortable saying a bicycle.
Okay.
That's really what it was.
Yeah. And
I just softened the message a little bit.
Yeah.
Get your friends on them.
But the point was made. It just I just softened this a little bit. And I apologize.
no, that's fine. That's fine. It worked in my favor. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so no major updates. I started back work today. That's great. It was very exciting. Be happy to tell you that story after we finish here. But all in all, I had a very enjoyable season. I loved seeing my friends look beautiful on the road and see all the reels and the snaps and the pictures and stuff. And Sabrina was here, so that was particularly exciting for me because I really did miss that bitch. And yeah, Dr. Gordy was here too.
Mhm.
I was excited. Less excited, if I'm being fair. But very excited.
Y'all something else in no, we not saying y'all.
Not too much of an update for me. I think this was definitely the year of weddings. So we closed out the year of family weddings with my cousin's wedding in London. So got to travel there for a bit, did a little bit of sightseeing. I will tell you, of all the places I've been to, I feel like the best nightlife has been in London. Just their bar scene in general. More so like if you want to go out and like have a good like bar night with friends. I didn't go to any clubs, right? But if you want to go to like a nice bar with friends, really great place. Like because there are a lot of them were like speakeasy styles, which I really, really love. So just really nice area. Kind of did the tourist thing after all the wedding events, as you all know, in true fashion for those that have been attendees of my wedding or have seen my brother's wedding. Our weddings tend to last almost a week of celebrations, and this was no different for my cousin's wedding. So that was great. But other than that, I think it's just been home really. Daryl and I have been doing some local traveling since he can't travel internationally just yet.
Big up Ducky.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. And then of course, I will tell you, for Carnival, I actually had a costume on hold. Big up Tara for this one because Tara reached out to me and was like, B, I know you're not sure, but let's just at least hold a costume for you and Daryl, right? With Oro. And I said, all right, as long as I don't have to pay a deposit. And she's like, yep, well, I'll sort that out. Don't worry. So I gave her everything. And I was really, really like, oh, we're gonna make this happen. But Daryl's paperwork didn't come back in time. And I, in my first year of marriage, did not feel right to leave my husband back, knowing that he couldn't go and not that he didn't want to go. So when
Hold
Carnival hit, especially
hope
when
for the second year.
huh?
I hold hope for the second year. Be like, Babbage.
No, I mean, no, he knows. He knows next year if he can't go, I'm out. But yeah, Carnival came around, as I said, went into full sad mode, especially when I started seeing the stories of pre-day. And as you guys know, and for our listeners, pre-day has also been dubbed B-day since last year. Long story short, everybody, at the end of pre-day, Rohan came home to me sleeping on her porch because I was waiting for her to come home. I'm sure we could insert a picture. We have a picture here. It is long time now become like an image that circulated WhatsApp group chats. But my friends looked hot in all their pictures, honestly. Sad, but also that Smugs and Gordy were in town and I was not there, but whatever, we'll make up for it. But that's about it. Not much of an update. Work, travel, and watching y'all get on and during Carnival.
It was a good
What's
time.
the update, though?
All palsy.
All pausing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed London B.
In it.
In it.
If anybody has any reason to send for my friend, maybe it internship, a job, you need an au pair.
For like a week, like, you know,
Or
more.
languages. English and shit. She can get your child right.
Oh, English and okay.
Mail order bride
Meal for the bride.
from Grenada.
No,
Trinidad, Grenada.
no, not the mail order, right?
So, you know,
If y'all just meet anybody, if anybody go need an assistant for like a week or two,
Even if it's just a suitcase you need.
just holler at your girl. But tell me when so I can coordinate with dates, you know?
or if you're feeling nice, you know, share to meet somebody up there.
This is fun, it's wild.
Just like a sort of thing.
This
All right.
face to face.
All right, we have a game to play.
We have a game to play. So we don't have like a fishbowl where we took audience questions, but we're gonna do with associations because we always have stories, right? But we didn't want to practice the stories. We didn't want to give the stories out. It's just words that we're gonna use. We're gonna pull, and whoever has a story, or if two people have a story that fits this really well, they're gonna tell it. We know what the words are, right? However, we don't know which one we're gonna pull. We'll see how long it goes. I just want to pull and see who has a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, the way my door just made a noise, but that's the breeze blowing. That was scary. Yeah, no worries. I don't even hear them till
Did I not close it on?
you close it back. Okay. But when only anyway, I should not speak about my door.
Please, not on the internet.
Not on the internet web. All right. So I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna choose
I was like,
one.
why are you closing your eyes though?
I didn't want to see the one because you know I want to choose a big one. Okay, you must learn to hush your mouth. Alcohol. The word is alcohol. Everybody has some stories that we already have not told. That has to do with alcohol.
Oh
Particularly.
man.
Okay, I have a story.
Okay.
I do too. But you
I
go
don't think I've
first.
told this story before, and I have bad memory most
Right.
times. It was a friend of mine's birthday, so we went for late lunch, and we had a couple bottles of prosecco. a couple bottles of Prosecco, followed by, oof, I want to say it was 3, 4 bottles of Prosecco because we started pretty early. So this was during the time of COVID when Carib Sushi was open during the day. So they were open and maybe they would close at 8, I think, and maybe, yeah, something like that. And then outside was closed at 9. I don't even remember. But the point is Carib Sushi was open. And maybe we got there 2, 3, and we left there like 6, 7.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it was a long day. And then we transferred from there to wine bar and had maybe 1 bottle of wine there. Anyway, the point is, I drives home. And I mean, home. I leave, she puts her bag in my bag, and I leave our bags at the wine bar. And I drive home. And as I'm going into the driveway, I'm like, you know when a moment of sobriety hits you? So I'm like, where's my bag? Feel around, no bag. Now I'm panicking, but now I'm also realizing how drunk I am. So I call a friend of mine who lives around the corner. And I'm like, yo, I'm here. I don't know where my bag is. And so she leaves her house at whatever hour this is, because I don't remember, bless her, drives all the way back down to Grand Anse to get my bags and comes back. Now, I don't know how long this takes between her answering me, getting ready. I don't know, but she finds me. Car open, on, all windows down, foot on the dashboard, dead asleep, parked up on the side of the road, not by the house, you know, on the side of the road, in the public road.
Somebody could have TV.
Windows down.
The windows down is the part, eh? Windows down, because you know Ayana is dead when she sleeps.
Yes. They could have TV.
Yeah.
They really teeth me. And it's not the alcohol that's the part, eh? It's really the sleep that's my problem.
We know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this story should have been for the word sleep.
No, we didn't use the word sleep at all, but yeah. it was
Daily
like-
occurrence.
But she then dropped me home. Like, I had parked up here and the house was like over yonder. So she just drove me the rest of the way.
Bless her.
Bless her and there because I would have taken pictures. Honest to God.
To really get out of your bed that time of the night to drive your friend home is
To go and get she bag.
get
And
my
she gets her bag,
and then
girl.
drive
That's
me
the part.
home.
That's the part. Good on you, eh? Good on you,
Good.
friend. Big up you. I don't know who to.
Oh, Malika.
Oh, like her.
Yeah.
Good on you. That is a.
Literally from there to there.
I wouldn't do that. I sorry. The grand answer. I would have come and get you, but I'm gonna give it back. Sorry. That love you.
Do you have a story for alcohol too?
Yeah. I was gonna say
Always.
being in your late 30s and pool parties and alcohol don't mix. Or thinking that you're bad man and you can just get on at a Vegas pool party is also not realistic. So we went to Vegas, big group of us. And one of the days was, I mean, I actually was doing pretty well in Vegas. You know, Vegas is one of those cities where you can drink all day, you don't get sighted or anything like that. But I was doing pretty good. Went to a pool party. We got a little fancy with it and actually rented a cabana. So there was like bottle service happening. And we have an area of like, there's a bigger pool for everybody at Tal Beach Club. But then for the ones that have the cabanas, in front of the cabanas, there's like a little small, like infinity style pool. And so majority of the time we were in the pool. I swear to you, it's one of those things where you like look at your videos and you're like, huh, I look sober here, but how did I get here? Right. And the here is me falling asleep as well. But it's like, I don't remember getting out of the pool to go back into the cabana to fall asleep. Right. All I remember was like, cause I definitely was a person that was like the camera person for that day, like, right, taking all the stories, taking pictures of everybody. Tyga was supposed to come on and perform. I remember that specifically. I don't remember getting from the pool to the cabana. And then they have this picture of me similar to what I look like when I went to your house to sleep after pre-day row. Like, I was on a chair that was like made of like wick, and there's a little stool, and I was just like posed like this, just so. And they have a picture, I'm sure we can insert it here too. They're like, where they're like trying to understand, how am I even laying down and feeling comfortable? Because they said you looked like it was such an odd position that like we honestly thought that you would have just like fallen over with any movement, but you were just like this. And then the next thing was, I remember waking up and we just left the party. But it's just so sad, because it's one of those things like, when you don't remember something, you're like, oh my God, I gotta look at the videos, I gotta look at the pictures. And I asked everybody, I was like, was I stopped? Like, no. They're like, you just literally, the next thing we noticed that you were just sleeping in the cabana. I was like, damn. So yeah, that was mine.
Me, that sounds like fun, and I do not judge you.
It was
I
a
don't
lot
judge
of
you
fun, but I
anymore.
really thought I was gonna handle my Vegas pool party, and apparently I cannot.
At least you didn't get kicked out. Like all my friends who've gone to Vegas pool parties have been like, "Hey, I got kicked out," and I'm
Oh
like,
no.
"You behave like any type of way to be kicked out of a party. How did you get here?"
Vegas to get kicked out, you had to be doing 1,000.
Right? It's crazy. Also, can we admit the alcohol sleeps are the best?
Yes.
The
I
best.
mean, depends on where you wake up.
I woke up refreshed,
Or how? Because that same night with syrup when I didn't make it, this might be a little bit too much information. I woke up with my top on, but no bottoms.
I mean,
The only reason why I did not get the top off was because it was netted and I was
not
out
fighting
of
with
my
that.
drunk, and I couldn't make it. I
You
couldn't
wanna
make
pick
it
up
to home.
fish?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
correct.
would have just end up like flung down in there.
Yeah.
So no, yeah. So it's how you wake up. It's how you wake up. But yeah, guys, we wanna control the alcohol intake from now. Give it a rest.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm not drinking anymore.
I can't. I just drank water. Like alcohol and me, I feel it too hard, too quick.
I'll take it first
I'm
tomorrow.
currently
and
a
finish
little
it.
drunk right now. Yeah, no.
And I'm making them claims
You
they
didn't you
saw.
just come from drinking all day?
You didn't even say I currently a little drunk.
Trying to say not drinking. You are a bottle of alcohol right now.
I don't like when you're talking to me.
And that's how you know you're winning, Ruan, eh? When she feel like how you're talking to her. All right, Jans, do you want to pick the next one for that?
I don't know. And the word is,
I want to see.
hey, what pick on?
It's also my own.
Hot gal summer. Hot gal summer.
You
I
I don't remember. what
I-
happened to you.
I had a working summer, so there's that.
But Jans, I feel like some of the pictures I saw from when you were like in DR too were really,
Yeah.
you were living
It
your
was-
life. I saw you dancing and all that stuff too.
Because the people think when you go to these work conferences, you work all day. I can't keep up with these people. Let me just say that most of the people that I work with are twice my age, but they have more energy than I
Stamina.
can pull together. I don't know
Stamina
what it
daddy.
is. We are meeting people from 9 in the morning to 6 in the evening, drinking just coffee and having little tea cakes in between. Nobody is stopping for lunch. We are going straight. Coffee after coffee, water, tea cakes, meetings and presentations. And then they want to have dinner at 8. And we have dinner at 8 and they have wine and then they want to have shots and then they want to go dancing.
Wow.
Like little pastry things.
Like finger sandwiches, right? Essentially.
Little biters.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love cucumber.
So DR was fun, but it was exhausting. because
Yeah.
we had to do that for like, what, 4 nights straight. Arrived on Sunday, left on Saturday, right through the last day that we had meetings, presentations, blah, blah, blah. After dinner, we went dancing. That's what you saw. Then we went to a strange club. The girls look like zombies. I think at the end we realized that we might have been at a brothel or something, disguised as a Radisson hotel. It was just girls looking weird and lots of security and no patrons. It was crazy. We were the five of us were the only people there. A bunch of girls that seemed to have been brought there. Anyway, I got back to my hotel room at maybe 2:30, almost 3. And my taxi to bring me to the airport came for me at 4. I had just enough time to shower, pack, dress, and head back down to the lobby.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She a bad bitch and a working bitch.
Bad working
There
bitch.
you
So that
go.
was my hot girl summer.
Hey, if you can make money, if you can make money in your hot girl summer, then yeah.
Hmm.
I think that is the hottest girl type of summer. Like,
Yeah.
hello, someone needs to. If we can't have a sugar daddy to pay for these things,
Okay,
that
no.
pay for,
I'm a sugar mommy.
Your own sugar mama.
listen, she needs to stop it.
She needs to
A drunk
stop.
Diana is a sugar.
Herself. She needs to stop because she will broke herself. Because stop it, girl. Stop it. Stop it. She get drunk and then buy real drinks to people. And we
I'm
but it is hardly be us too, eh?
I mean,
Hardly be.
sugar mommy me before.
No, but I never said never. Because when you call us and you say, bitch, I was a sugar mommy, and we're like, bitch, again. We're not saying never for us.
okay.
But the last few stories, it's like, Yans, don't do it. You have bills.
I do have bills.
We have bills. I mean, the
No.
clothes I got to hot girl summer was all them cruises I was on and little bits of clothes.
Hmm.
It was a good time.
Had a good time.
I can have a wicked girl summer next year. That's all.
I don't know about wicked girl. I'm not wicked.
I'd like to be. I'm trying to learn.
You want to learn how to be wicked?
I don't know if my chest have the fortitude for a wicked girl summer now.
Nah, I can't do that. I could do a. I kind of girl summer, but I mean, I can't do a wicked. I don't think I
Much on my sleeve too much. I'm trying to learn the trade, you know.
I don't think any of y'all have a wicked girl.
no.
Trait.
I mean, we want it.
If
You know, we
I
don't
want
have
it.
it.
Origami Academy, then maybe.
Me and you, baby. Me and you. Because
We're moving on there because hot girl summer wasn't it. I'm going to choose again.
No, but wasn't Giselle?
Hold on. Let's
Nothing.
go.
That touch it is mine.
Okay. What you say, B?
Nothing. Didn't say origami, so I was just reminding you, but
Oh, we talking about 2 different kind of folding.
okay.
there's roti and then there's
I
origami.
love you, Giselle.
Yes.
You know they have a song that say that, then? Take it down, something about mosquitoes. They have a song. Something about wrapping your toes.
Oh, we talk about this one.
Oh, we finally admitted his grabbing toes.
Shut up. My words were right.
It's grapping toes?
It's yeah. It's grabbing toes. We'll talk about that after. Big up you, though. Big up you. Big up you. Say, choose again.
Growth.
Growth.
I think I can have a story.
It's how the room was silent.
Yeah, like
No.
kind of growth.
Oh, I think I have 2 stories for that.
Go for it.
One is appropriate.
Give
I
both.
mean, it's a pod.
I'll give the appropriate one first. I think I've been a little bit of a not a pushover, but I can sometimes be a little bit of a doormat because I always want to fix things really fast and like, just get back to being a friend with my friend. And I think I'm holding my ground a lot more these days, and I'm being more open and honest and very sound of mind and not just being emotional about things. And just taking a pause to be like, I deserve better because I give a lot. What's that?
10 points.
Oh, thank
Okay.
I can't get into the specifics because there's still a conversation to be had, but I'm definitely holding my ground and being like, even if we have a beautiful friendship, I have to lay some rules down for how I need to be treated. And I'm not playing about that shit.
Don't play about it. Don't play about it.
And then for the appropriate one, maybe my brain is like doing things, but I think a man pipis grew.
Oh, well, bless God, hallelujah.
Wait. That's growth for you?
So he,
I
Mhm.
don't see grow. She shrink.
Oh, oh.
Some had to have happened. There was some watering, it may have seemed.
Okay. All right then. All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Alright.
It's
Couple years ago, it seemed different. It
Mhm.
seemed very different this year. And that's what I would say on
Okay,
that.
well, go you.
What? Well, go you and go he. Because if we grow, then it's you. Literally.
It's kind of
like
like water and you shall grow. Definitely watering him, it sounds like.
Look at you with your growth serum. Uh-huh.
Eh.
Thank you for me coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Coconut
Oh,
is good for your daughter. Coconut.
Gosh.
And for your face, coconut. I have a short growth story. It has to do with my mindset when it comes to things. I'm not being bothered by a lot of things anymore. So like I apply for jobs, I get through, great, but they don't follow through. I don't get through. Somebody upset me. Somebody do something that should upset me. Because at the end of the day, Dan, like my happiness above everything else.
Yeah. Remember the listener.
Yeah. All right. I was doing a happy face. Sorry, listeners. I forgot. But yeah, like my happiness above everything else, and it doesn't make sense because when I think about things and I overthink, I literally go down, like absolutely down. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Because what it is will always is, and what's for me will always be for me. So if it's not coming through now, I can't really think that it wouldn't happen, and I can't really freak out about it because many things have been happening, things home, things here, people and work and this and that and all of that. And at a point in time, I was just like, yo, dog, wherever it is, wherever. So that's where I am. And I think it is growth in some form or fashion. There's a downside to it because the detachment is real. And I guess I could always talk to you all about that at some point in time. But, this aspect of the detachment is up for me compared to how I would have been previously. So that's my little growth story.
I like that for you.
Next one.
Love it.
Yeah. Fairs.
What?
Fears.
Yeah, fears, like scared things, not like making fairs.
Oh.
Because I was like, who put that there?
For the people who are not Caribbean or are not from Grenada, making fairs is like, prostituting, working, sex for money. So we're not talking about fairs, we're talking about fears, things that have us
Fears.
scared. Fears.
Oh,
Man.
we all have.
We have fears.
Did somebody say something?
Rose said, man.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Unfortunately, that I can't even lie and say, well, I'm not. It's
No,
It's okay.
I have a fear, I guess has to do with men, but it's not directly about men. I have a fear that I am working so hard, achieving so much, and I will be a single auntie forever. And that's not what I want for myself. I do want children and I want to have a family of my own and I want to be able to share all of the things that I've worked so hard to acquire with someone. As a matter of fact, I don't even care for the things that I've acquired. I need something to do with my time and my energy, and so I'm achieving. But all of the things that I have, really and truly, I don't necessarily need because I would be happy with a simpler or a simple life anyway. I mean, I like having nice things and you need money for that. So having money helps, but it's really not why I do what I do. It's so one of my fears is that I'm doing all of this to have it alone.
I mean, you have us.
No, but
I mean,
I understand what you're saying. I think that's definitely a fear of mine too. Like, y'all know I've been single for absolutely ever. And I don't think y'all have ever known me with a boyfriend or like with a man that is consistent in my life. And I think my fear is definitely that there is no one for me, which is like a hard pill to swallow, but I'm eating the bread to swallow it because I'm like, I can find happiness within myself and the people around me, but it's like a little bit of a reality check that I don't want to get. That there's not going to be anyone for me. There's not going to be anyone to like start a life with. I'm going to have like my life by myself. I'm going to be lonely, I guess. So that is definitely one of my fears. But you know, whatever.
People
I
that we
think-
love, we have each other, we have happiness, we have moments, we have lots of things that give us fulfillment and give us purpose. And I definitely, I love all of the love in my life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
is it wrong to also
Want
What?
the love in your life.
exactly?
Yeah, no, I
Because
get
my
you.
friends have it, you know, they have kids and they have people, but that's theirs. Like I love to see how you and Daryl, for example, have embraced married life and each other and move forward. And I love it. But your wedding honestly was bittersweet for me. It was just this moment of like, yo, this is it. And you want to love it and embrace it, but then it also reminds you like, yo, maybe just not in the cards for you. And maybe it's not in the cards for me, but yo, Daryl's
It is. It is. It definitely hits a different place when you think of it. And when you look around and you see people happy and like not having to endure the things that you're enduring with the men that you're enduring it with. Like, I just want a decent man. I want to not go out on a Friday night. I want to stay home and watch Lion King with a man or some other nonsense, you know, but like, I want that. But, you know, if I had to die on the hill for myself alone, with fuck that man and them. No,
I think for me, like speaking on the flip side of that, like one of my fears, and it's something that I'm actively trying to work through, but it's been a struggle, is that I've like even in the married position, right, that I tend to still act single, not in the terms of like looking for other people, not like that, but I've been so used to doing things on my own, solutioning things on my own. If something happens, like even with my friends, right? Like I tend to be the go-to of like if something happens, like I'm typically the one that's quick with like, let's do this, right? And for someone that now has a partner, that can almost be alienating to your partner, right? Where you're just like, the person's like, I'm here. There's no need. Like for me, like I'm the type of person like a problem just kind of like comes out of the person's mouth. And before they finish the sentence, I'm already like, boom, 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 boom. This is what we're doing. Right. And this is what we have. And to some people, especially people that are very strong, you know, part of your lives, that can sometimes be, you know, alienating. It can be sometimes might look like a power trip, even though it's not, right? But it's because I'm so used to having so much control over my life and being able to do these things and being able to just get up and like make these decisions that I want to make, that especially when you're married and not taking that approach of like, oh, let me check with my husband, right? Or let me see what he thinks, instead of me just going like, oh yeah, this is a decision I've made. And even though, I mean, we all know that he's very, carefree, very like, has never been the type of like demanding of me, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not important to like, chat it out or allow him to like solution something for me instead of me just being like, I got this, I got this. So like my fear is that, it's just, if I don't continue to like look at that and fix it, that I'll just continue coming across as, alienating, not only like my husband, maybe my friends, or, and so on. Or even for some, and it's something that I've been working on, is that I realized I was a source of that for friends, but they were only my friends because of that. So like I did a test of where like I kind of took a step back and I realized that the relationships changed. So that was just like, okay, well, I now also know like who's a good friend to me, right? Not somebody that's just always coming to me because they need something figured out for them, right? It's been more, so it's a good way for me to notice that, but it's also a scary thing. So that's my fear of like, wow, did I always operate this way? And did people feel a certain way and just didn't talk to, tell me about it? Or did I always operate this way? And that's why people have become my friends. And I was too blind to see which ones are true friends and which ones are like just there, So like those kind of fears, I think it's like a lifelong thing, but like that's always been something that I think about and something that I try to work on. So it's part of the growth category, but yeah. So it's just, I guess letting my guard down and letting someone else take the wheel besides Jesus.
Jesus always takes the wheel.
Mm.
Not to be excessive, but I have like three main ones. One is losing the people that I love. And losing doesn't necessarily mean death, but within recent year, the number of friends that I have lost by death,
Yeah.
and the kinds of people breaks my heart. But I live in a country where I don't have family. Y'all are my family. So if I lose y'all, shit me. Fear number one. Fear number two kind of goes back to what y'all were talking about, Ro and Jans. Like, you feel like you wouldn't have it. My fear is that I had it and I would never have it again. That's number two. Number three, that fear of myself being so detached now, like honestly, things that are supposed to upset me to my core, I feel nothing for. I mean, Ro could upset me easily. Ayana could upset me easily. B, because she's so B, you can't necessarily upset me, but I would have the emotion for y'all easier than certain people. And because of that, I'm like, Dan, can you feel? Like, can you feel? Like, can you feel? Can you feel? Because it's literally like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. These days it's really like, okay, cool, no problem. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I want to keep it cool, no problem. And that is a scary thought to have. So it's growth in one aspect, like I said, but it's also very scary because it's like I've reached a point where you're sticking your foot with a needle and it can't feel the needle being pushed. It's not like it's not damaging you, You just can't feel it. So
Yeah.
those are my three. That last one, that's funny as hell because woo.
I'm not scared for you with that last one, just because the situations that I would know of, I personally don't think that they should have upset you anyway, because those people don't necessarily hold any weight in your life. Yeah. So while it would upset you because someone doing something that would generally tick you off is a thing, I think you've finally like may not realize it, but in your heart you're like, if you're not really holding weight in my life, I don't really have the energy and the time to take you on in any type of way. So that's why I'm not scared for you with that one, because I think you're doing the right thing with disassociating feelings with certain people. because they have no reason to be in your goddamn life at this
Oh,
point.
that's it.
You know, it's like, why are you here? If you can't bring me some goddamn peace and some cake, like, please go about your way. Like, what are you here for? To upset my life?
Because you know me and cake.
Well, you know, you don't like it.
Yeah,
Chicken,
okay.
peace and
Coke.
chicken, you know?
Cool.
I just don't want to then go into new situations with that kind of, you know?
Yeah, I get that part though.
I think you'd be able to discern whether this is a situation that makes sense for you or not. Because there are a lot of people, like, everything used to upset me, but there are a lot of people, anything they do that would generally upset me from somebody that I love or care about, it wouldn't upset me. I'd be like, y'all be like, why are you still talking to this person? I'm like, because they don't bother my soul. Because you don't really hold much space in my life, to be
You break
honest.
my soul,
I
everybody.
like Fairs. Fairs was nice, guys.
Yeah.
I
Little
thought this was
vulnerable
a light
moment.
episode, not us having therapy.
You know, we go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah. 0 to 100 and to 200 sometimes too. Next one. We want to do a next one?
Do one
I
more.
mean, let's see what comes up.
Look at the look they both. The
Almost
side
all.
eye.
She has about 2 or 3 in her hand.
Disappointment.
Man,
Yeah.
Me go first, man. Okay. I went last just now. But disappointments, guys. Disappointments. Honestly.
I'm disappointed with the way some people treat me. Like, friends taking advantage of my very kind nature. So I have to be a bitch now, you know?
I am disappointed in that as well.
I am disappointed. I'm disappointed.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, I am disappointed in a lot of things. I am disappointed in people that you expect to do and know better. And that could be
Mm.
family. It could be friends.
Because
People that you just expect to I don't expect shit from anybody. However, for your own sake, I would hope that you have sense when it comes to yourself and me. And often people don't. And often it is to the detriment of the person who is like, genuinely giving their best to the situation.
Yeah.
quite disappointed.
Go, Giselle.
I know them two, I'm pointing at Ruhan, them two going on trips there, but I am genuinely disappointed. Because I was supposed to go to St. Vincent after Carnival.
I'm not Shipson, I'm disappointed too.
Too bad.
I was supposed to go just to meet a friend, and it couldn't happen, mainly because the Caribbean was full of shit with flights and stuff.
Mm.
I could get there, but I couldn't get back in the time that I needed to get back in. And then my friend would have just be vexed with me because I would have missed her birthday.
Get back in time for my birthday.
And yeah, I was very disappointed in that because I knew that I would have enjoyed myself in more ways than one. Not the way that we would think that I was looking forward to, but just like the company and the conversation plus tax would have been great, I think. And
The tax part.
tax budget. But yeah, I was genuinely disappointed. Genuinely. It made me very sad. Very sad. But what is will always is. So if it's happened, it will happen again. So the opportunity would make itself available, I guess, is what I mean. So, yeah, that's my disappointment. If there's one thing that I could say, that's
Well, on behalf of you, I am truly disappointed in, we come close,
regional travel.
Hey, charge. Because why y'all trying to charge me $1,200 to go home to Trinidad?
No,
Because
that's
it's
foolery.
Faster
That's foolery.
than Sister Tears.
Y'all could come from California to London round trip with that.
okay.
That's
Regional
nonsense.
It's abysmal. Like it's girl.
No, and
You
it was
can't
really
get
only
people
for Spice Mass because, guys, my friend is supposed to come up after, like, for her birthday at the end of November. The ticket is like $700-800 EC dollars, dog. What's that?
It's
Trash.
crazy. These
Trash.
flights are crazy because how you can have a million people traveling back and forth within the region because there is carnival in a specific island, and you won't have all your flights coming here. Have a lower price so that people would want to travel more. Even if they're not coming for carnival, they'll be like, going to this island and this particular time is affordable. Why not?
Travel more, you're making money.
They're making money anyway because
People want to come in.
we buying the tickets still.
I couldn't go home for my mom's birthday, for my sister's birthday, dog. Like, my mom turned 60 then. It was not an easy decision to not go home. My sister been 21 since ever. She trying to have a 21st birthday celebration, but 2-3 years now. Couldn't even do that. And that was the plan. Like, how? It was so upsetting. It was so upsetting. Disappointment galore.
Yeah. Oh, let me AC hot burger.
2022. What does this mean? Maybe I could change it. We're now in what month?
September.
September. One word to describe how your year has gone so far. That's the story. One word. 2022. One word.
Mixed.
My word is why.
Ooh,
Mine is mixed.
my word is vibes.
Nice. I love that. Well, yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, I love that for you, B.
Yeah. I have a phrase.
Yeah.
We love
Roll
something.
punches.
Roll with the punches. That's a good one.
Okay, nice.
Love it.
Yeah, what do you have?
Not you before. Giselle upset my life. Watch it.
Dating.
Trash.
My word is
That's for
why.
y'all.
Ayana, why? Yep.
Same
Honestly.
word.
I mean, technicality of it all, I haven't dated in a while, so it's gonna be taken out somewhere nice and not have to pay the bill.
The fact that I can't comment.
Mm,
I have a date story, guys. I have a date story. I don't know if, did I tell it here? I think we were done by the time I went on that date, isn't it?
probably.
Possible.
Right.
Tell
So,
it.
I mean, if all the hates again, all the hates again.
I know because we probably forgot.
So yeah, I on a cruise, I was drunk and I ended up talking to somebody on the cruise and we exchanged numbers. I was rude. I was my whole self, and apparently that attracts people. So we went out the very next day, and I thought, hey, now look at you, action Jackson. Guy came to pick me up. And then the question started. So tell me about yourself. Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a husband? I'm like, why would I be here if I did? Why would I be here? You know, and he went on to ask me, but you have somebody that right? So my face is like, because all these questions that I'm going to tell you I encountered is from where I'm living to right down the road by Logsdale. Right? Just for perspective for everybody here. For those who are listening or those who are watching and you don't know anything about me or Grenada, it's real close.
It's like a drive.
It's like
Real
2 blocks.
close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, two blocks, right? So that was the question, but you have somebody that can, so I was like, I feel like everybody has somebody that they could call if necessary. And then he's like, well, I telling you right now that I only deal with this particular one person. And so I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, but if me and you get closer, that means that you had to stop that. So I'm like, excuse me? I say, when you stop what you doing, then I will consider stopping what I do ever so often. Because how? How? So then he goes on to tell me what he does for a living and how much money he makes and all of these things. And I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. We get to the place. He buys drinks and everything. He's talking, and then the questions again. How jealous would you think you are? How jealous are you? I'm like, well, that depends on the situation. He was like, all right, so me and you get closer. How jealous you will be? And I'm like, again, it depends on the situation. So he's like, so if a girl come in and talk to me and ting, how jealous would you be? And I'm like, listen, my level of don't care real high. So you go about your business, sweets, and then we could possibly see, right? Then he goes on and then he's like, so how many guys are interested in you right now? And I'm like, what is with the questions? What is with the questions? And I was literally bleeding tears of blood. Because it was so difficult. Like, and I thought it was me being myself. You know how I did? Like I was just be like finding a reason. And also it wasn't a Rasta man, so it was just another reason. But I was just like, I wonder if it's a Rasta man saying these things, if I would be okay. And I'm just like, my God, no, this is pain. This is pain. This is pain. And then after that, now he keeps messaging me, like he would see a status and be like, my wife, my whole wife.
To you?
Yeah, my wife. But nothing after that. You know, and sometimes I would just ignore it because annoying to me. That's my personality. I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that. But then it'd be like, hey, so when can we go out again? And I said, Thursday or Friday are my best days, but Friday is better because I have something on Thursday. Okay. There's nothing being said after that. And then I go out again and I see him, right? And he looks at me like if I hurt his heart so much.
Oh, okay.
God.
Right? And he spoke to me because I saw him twice, and he spoke to me the second time, and he's like, so we can't do. I was like, listen, you are asking me to do something, then say that you want to do something. And more than likely, because we've had this conversation, I'd say okay. But don't say when we could do something and then leave it up to me, because honest to God, I was the person that gave you my number and said, call me. Let's do something. And you asked if we could do something, and I said yes, and I said where I wanted to go. So after that is on you, boo. It was just very, very upsetting. It was very upsetting, no. And then after we done say, tell me what you want to do, tell me that you want to do something, and we'll do something. He messages, can we do something tonight? I'm like, well, I'm working tonight at this particular event, and I send the flyer. Okay, I'm coming. I'm like, all right, cool.
He come?
You are sure that I was there?
Wow.
You could have messaged and said, but nothing. And then they say that we don't respond, or we just ghost them, or we don't show interest. And
Listen,
that
there's nothing to show interest in.
right.
Dating some West Indian men is an Olympic sport that no one has ever trained for, nor can they actually train for.
Yo, listen.
You're asking me nonsense. You're not taking me nowhere. You're not trying to make no real plans. You're not trying to do anything. You just want to come over and fuck. All you're doing is talking shit in my ears. You and 10 other girls together. You're sickening me so much. Sorry.
and it's bad.
Woo.
Nothing to say about that. Hey, nah, but it's actually very, very frustrating. And from somebody like me, I don't like people. And if I go outside, I went outside of my Rastaman demographic twice.
You should have.
Twice I went, and both both disappointments. It was a date, and then the next one, if I talk about it, I die. If I
No.
talk about it, I die.
Hi.
I die. If I talk about that, I die. No, that's a thing.
Exactly. So we did not get disappointed.
No. I said this day that I'm talking about, and then the other one. So that's two. The third one,
I took offense, because I'm invested.
I apologize to the person that Ayana is currently invested in, because the last investment was a bitter disappointment. Then
Lose my money. Waste.
I apologize to the person that Ayana is currently invested in my life, because I was not speaking of him. He is also not a Rasta. But the others, like, you go outside yourself. Because somebody to me, like, to go outside of what I like and all of that, it takes a lot out of me, because I'm literally thinking, Giselle, that not working for you in the way that you wanted to work for you. Let's try to be a little bit more vulnerable, and vulnerable way in my caca hole. But anyway,
I mean, I wouldn't bet you.
anyway, the my caca hole is quite, it is.
What you talking about, your booty hole?
After fun lockdown.
Yeah, but that's the date was disappointing. The dating so far, I mean, it's not that I'm attracting the same type of men anymore. I'm actually, literally, guys, they could attest to this. I'm actually seeking interest in places that, it goes outside of what I usually go for. And it's still, I mean, I know what is for me will come for me, but I just feel like it had to find my home, dog. It had to call my phone. It had to call me on FaceTime.
Anybody else have anything to add to that?
Yeah.
The question that I ever so often call Giselle and ask her in the midst of a breakdown is, what's wrong with me?
And the answer is always, and to all of y'all, man and woman, in this case, those who are listening, nothing. The answer
No,
is
there's one thing wrong. Expectations of other people. I've had to say it now more than once.
I manage those.
Stop having expectations in people, especially men. Like you can't expect to give a certain way.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. You could hope.
I
But-
don't.
Expecting someone to treat you the way you think and know you deserve, and expect them to react in certain ways or do certain things, it's setting yourself up for failure sometimes. And that's a hard reality that I have had to endure.
I think dating is difficult now for everybody, not in the Caribbean, because I have friends outside who have these same experiences, and we all not attracting the same kind of somebody, right? I have guy friends who just go like, what? And I've been like, what is
Oh yes,
happening?
remember that story from a guy friend? Which one? About a girl who's driving home the girl. And the girl saying,
Oh!
$20.
Hey, that wasn't even a dating story. But all yeah, they have some, we don't always say man is the problem, but people are the problem, because there are some people out here doing some things. I mean, it's not my story and I cannot talk about it, but still, that for me that story was crazy. Like, you just be going out here, you don't know the person, and then these are the questions that you are asking. These are the favors that you are asking.
You give like a little something, because like people are lost in
Them
translation.
girl and them asking for a ride, piggy, and money.
Oh,
And you basically pick her
All
up
in
on
one-
the
all
on the
in one
road
sentence.
to you see the person, and
This is
being a
yeah.
good person. Hey, you need to, like, how? I'm like, oh.
all in one
it's
sentence.
asking
And
for
that also, I think that also has something to do with the way certain fellas approach women now because of they've had those experiences like woman just wants it for money and for ride and for piggy. And so now they have to, like us, we have to calibrate ourselves now. We said that because of the experiences we have to calibrate. They have to do the same thing. So everybody just calibrating in the wrong direction when innately everybody wants the same thing.
And what's
Which is
that?
They're not recalibrating. They're not doing like
for
serious.
proper thing.
The
Yeah,
problem is
some
calibrating. We are. They're not. Well, some of them are not.
of them are definitely are.
Yeah. But a lot of people are calibrating. They're just using the same old hood story from 10 million years ago to treat other people.
I think some of us know better, and by some of us I mean them.
Some of us know better. Some of them know better. And I think a lot of the time they choose. They choose to do the nonsense that they be doing.
I think so.
It is a choice.
It's choice. It could only be choice because for months, years, you're doing the same kind of song and dance.
But if it's working,
And then that falls on us because the working part come from where? But falling nothing. Your 7 minutes are over. I gave y'all 7 minutes. I gave the fellas in our lives, apart from B, but Ducky, you have a 7 minutes if you fuck up it. I gave the guys in our lives who were there and they know that they had access to us 7 minutes a few months ago. These 7 minutes are up because ain't nobody have time for it. So if you know you have people in your life that just not making sense, man or woman, yes, the 7 minutes are done. Do something else. Do focus on yourself, focus on your TV, focus on your work, focus on somebody else. Because their particular 7 minutes, that's it. It's over. That's it. That's it.
that's good.
That's
You're
it.
claiming my time.
Do I want to do one more, or this is it? We done? Just
I think that
asking.
was a good one to end on.
And on, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Actually, I pulled out one that said bathroom.
I use mine every day. You're sorry?
I have a little illness.
Mm-hmm.
And so I regurgitate everything that I eat.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been using the bathroom for the purposes of regurgitation.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, yeah, that's been my life.
Okay.
Just, puking.
Bahar? Bathroom, sorry?
Yeah, I use it to shower. It's great.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Rahan?
I like to sing in my shower.
We didn't ask you about your shower.
Mm-mm.
Oh, like I am.
Give us the
I
story.
also had a situation with my tum-tum, and the bathroom saw me a lot. Sometimes it's used for hygienic things, and sometimes it's used for play.
Lovely. Guys, thank you for joining us on this, our first episode of season 2, Straight No Chaser podcast. I'm so happy that you joined us again. I really hope that you do join us for the rest of the season. We have a lot of good content coming for you, for sure, for sure, for sure. If you have not followed us before, please follow us on Instagram at straightnochaser.podcast. Link in our bio will take you to the places that you can stream us. Spotify, Apple Music, the YouTubes, and Anchor as well.
Or wherever you get your podcast.
Mhm.
Hold on, gee, it's just podcast. You keep saying Apple Music, and I'm like, we need to stop saying Apple Music.
Apple, sorry, Apple.
It's Apple Podcast.
Oh my God.
Unless
Alright, so
someone
guys,
coming
I've
out with
been
a song,
making
you
a
know.
burger. I've been making a burger. I'm sorry. This is Apple Podcasts. I'm sorry. But you know what it is though, for those who have Apple devices, it's Apple Podcasts, right? So just follow us anyway. If you want to see our faces, we are on the YouTubes. Straight comma, no chaser. Because if you don't put the comma, you're gonna get the acapella group. Big up you, but we want them to big up us. Yeah.
That's funny.
We are funny. We should have a podcast.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.